You're listening to Opinions in Beer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that have... That has a whiffer?
Robot voice because of...
Thick and dark looking. It looks...
Put a lot of oxygen into the fermenting yeast. They go aerobic and they start multiplying.
Great American Ale off, but I don't want to drink a bunch of American Ales.
Cause of death. Dun dun dun.
It tastes worse than Bud Light.
Straight up 10. Okay. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Connor.
We're the beer guys. Today's today's beer review happens to be Death of a Contract Brewer.
You're the worst.
That sucked.
I'm terrible.
I'm sorry. Today's beer review is Death of a Contract Brewer. It is, in fact, 7% in alcohol, slightly higher than the national above average, and it is a black IPA made by the Shmaltz Brewing Company. They also do Shmaltz Brewing Company. They also do a Star Trek brew that we'll also be reviewing, if not before or after this episode.
Hebrew.
Hebrew.
It's because it's a pun.
Yeah, I see. It's a Hebrew. It's called Death of a Contract Brewer, the Hebrew black IPA, but it says Hebrew, the chosen beer. It's brewed in New York City. It has 7 malts. It's a Munich crystal rye, wheat chocolate, pale chocolate, and Kiln coffee.
Kiln coffee.
Kiln. I don't know why.
Dyslexia coffee.
I always had an L to everything. Kiln coffee.
It also has 7 hops: Cascade, Citra, Summit, Crystal, Amarillo, Autumn, and Chinook.
That's blowing my mind.
Autumn. I don't know how to pronounce
I
that
would
second
read
word.
this whole thing. Maybe I'll just add it in the description. But it's like, Death seems so oblivious, and then it's just names
You
like.
add an L to everything.
I do. It's obvious. It's so obvious that I add an L to everything, even oblivious. Why do I add an L to everything?
I don't know.
Is that like part of my autism or something? Okay.
Wait.
Anyways, I'm Jewish, and because I'm Jewish, the Hebrew Jew is great beer. Hebrew Jew beer. And
Disclaimer: Adam's not actually Jewish,
but I might be.
but he's not.
If we had a T-shirt, it would say Jew and then white shirt for Mormonism. Black tie. If I wrote a script, it would be Mormons fighting Jehovah's Witnesses. It'd be the greatest script ever.
I can't even keep track of whether or not you're actually offensive anymore. It's so close in like irony and troll nonsense. Like I don't know.
But I'm gonna smell this beer. Wow, that's like the least shittiest smelling beer. Cause like some beers, you know,
That's such a negative way of saying that. Instead of saying that it smells good, that smells so not shitty.
well, I'm just like, you can smell. It smells like pure chocolate almost, like.
Yeah, there's
Or coffee chocolate, like it smells so good. Like
it's very malty and it's very.
It's definitely like a change from the average, floral IPA smell. Though I love, blonde ales and IPAs, but I mean just smells so different and unique. It's like, wow.
Well, it's because of the whole number 7 shtick with this beer. Like they
7 malts, 7 hops.
Had to cram 7 different types of malt into this. So
yeah, like there's a list of all the 7 things you can do while doing the Jewish traditions. But like 7 days of the NBA Finals, I guess that's pretty Jewish.
I thought that it was 8 with the.
Best of 7 finals in NBA.
No,
Best of
not the
7.
NBA, but the menorah. I thought that was like. Am I just missing?
007 License to Kill.
I don't actually know.
7 dwarves. 7 dwarves. 7 deadly sins.
Wait, what did these things have to
Because
do with beer?
Shiva means 7.
Okay, all right. So it's not about the. I'm sorry. I equated Hanukkah to Judaism as a whole, and I was
See, even the atheist view of eternal oblivion doesn't seem quite final.
I don't. Oh, okay.
Anyways, we're gonna try this beer here. We're gonna try to keep it as popular as not popular. What's the people that want to be popular but they're like
Mainstream.
No, they're too straight edge for mainstream.
Hipsters.
Hipsters. We're gonna keep it as hipster as we can while drinking this.
It smells good. I'm excited. That is kind of amazing.
It almost has like a hard alcohol flavor.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like without the burn.
If you want to impress someone with your beer acumen, but you don't actually have any beer acumen and you don't know anything about it, get one of these and sip on it. Tell them they should try it, and then laugh at them for not being sophisticated enough to enjoy it.
I definitely don't think. Yes, that the adjunct lager group would like this beer, but because it's not too bitter, but then again it's not too.
Well, it's
Because some beer I've had recently. I went to a show the other day, and I had like one of the stouts from, which is a black IPA, which is obviously why it's like if an IPA had a very stouty taste to it, but it wasn't pure stout. I'm saying this because I tried a stout the other day, and it was like too stout. To me, I mean, mainly because it was made by the same people that did Arrogant Bastard. I don't know if you remember that review, but we gave that a.
That was like our first review.
Well, that was like one of our first reviews. We gave it such a low rating because of how unbearably bitter it was.
It was, and that's their whole thing is the same. What I just described. It's like you guys aren't sophisticated enough. You can't enjoy this because you're not good enough at drinking beer.
If you're able to get through that enough to where you could drink this one, which you probably could. I wouldn't go as far as Arrogant Bastard, and that brewing company, but you could probably get the Hebrew Death of a Contract Brewer. Sip on this, and I promise you'll seem more sophisticated than your average Joe drinking the Natty Lights and even the hipsters drinking their fucking Pabst.
Pabust.
Pabust.
Man, I don't know. I don't dislike PBR. I'm just.
No, we gave it a decent rating too. We gave it
Did we?
We gave it a 5. We gave it the same as Star Trek beer, but
I have a terrible memory when it comes to our reviews.
we gave it a
I
decent
never remember
because when we gave it, anyways, we're not. Go watch the past review to know our review. We'll even post a link to it in the description below.
We will in fact do that. By we, I mean he.
But yeah, we haven't done that many black IPAs on this show. I don't know if I made sure to show it, but we haven't done that many black IPAs on the show. This one is definitely good though. I mean,
have we done any black IPAs on this show?
I feel like we've done maybe one. We might have done one other one, if any. But I'm pretty sure we did at least one other one because I mean, there's a good bit of black IPA.
Aren't the black IPAs that pop band?
Maybe.
The black IPAs.
Oh, black IPA. That's fine.
Hey.
But yeah, it's pretty good. What do you think of it?
I really. That's at least a 7.
It smells better than it tastes. And I think that's the only reason why it's not going to be higher than at least a 7.5 for me.
I would say I'm
I don't think
7.
I think this is definitely one of those. Say you have a bunch of blonde ales and you're like, yeah, drinking the blonde ales, but then like in the middle of you drinking with like your friends, you're like, I'm actually gonna go for something a little bit harder. Then you drink this, then you go back to the blonde ales. You know what I mean? Like it's not really like you're not gonna buy a 6-pack of this and just sit there and drink it. Plus it's higher in alcohol content than the other ones. So it's good just, I'm kind of losing my buzz with these just blondes, so I'm going to go and drink this Death of Contract
try
Brewer.
and keep up.
But, and feel more sophisticated than the people around me because they probably won't touch it. Because
they'll be like, bro, I don't understand how you can drink that. I'm like, I know you don't understand,
but
peasant.
The only thing that stopped. Also, another thing is that it promotes like the chocolate and clean. And though I definitely taste hints of it, I don't really get enough of the coffee flavor.
Yeah, it comes through more on the nose than on the palate for me.
Yeah, it definitely. There's more of a. I think the chocolate. Okay, that said right there, the chocolate definitely stood out more, but. I don't really get any. I don't get that much of any hints of coffee. It definitely doesn't taste.
I honestly get kind of more of a cherry taste almost.
Maybe that's an aftertaste. But like when I take the sips and I kind of like gulp it and it kind of like, I definitely taste it. It tastes like dark chocolate. Like when you see chocolate, don't think you're drinking like milk chocolate. This is not milk. It's not that kind of chocolate flavor. I always thought that like when I'm gonna go drink a beer that has chocolate in it, it's gonna have like more of like a milky chocolate taste, but it's definitely always dark chocolate taste. So if you don't like dark chocolate, you most likely will not like this beer. But if you like dark chocolate, then you'll most likely love this beer. Because some people don't like coffee beers. Don't get because you don't really taste the coffee at all. If I don't get that much of any hint.
I don't really get any
besides
or that might be the kind of the cherry that I'm picking up on a little bit with the
I don't know what kiln coffee is for me to.
Well, it's not even. And that's not a malt. Like coffee is not a malt. Kiln coffee is a style of malted barley.
Interesting.
Or maybe not barley because crystal rye is malted.
Is
rye.
it supposed to taste like coffee? Is that why it's called?
I would imagine.
I don't know. I feel like that's false labeling. but if it doesn't, maybe. But I mean, so you want to do 7.5? Because I don't want to rate it. I don't want to rate it an 8, mainly because of the.
It just after smelling it and it smelling so good, it kind of the taste was underwhelming a little bit. So yeah, I understand why you wouldn't want it. Damn it, this phone. I'm sorry, everyone. No, that's unprofessional. Not that I get paid to do this, so I don't have to be a professional, but
we could have got paid to do this if we had done it every week.
Well, if we had a valid subscriber base, but
we could have.
We have like 13 subscribers.
We could have paid for it's like $1 or something to get put on the or it's like a good bit of money actually.
I feel like we should
things like for YouTube.
We should probably
start a RedTube channel. Not RedTube. YouTube Red. It's called YouTube Red now because like the subscription YouTube.
No, I just when you said RedTube, I was like, Adam, we're close, but I don't know about that.
People just masturbate to us drinking beer. Hell yeah! They have the fucking what's that called? The bear fetish.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm a bear and you're like an otter.
Well, it's a shave. I shaved. I just shaved like 2 days ago.
Well, yeah, I know, but I just feel like you're not big, like large.
Okay.
To be a bear.
Okay.
That's the whole like an otter is like a bear but smaller. Or at least that's what I'm given to understand.
Have you heard of this before?
Yeah, it's like a thing. It's like a whole.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, there's for whatever reason, people within the male gay community, especially on like in like porn and stuff, but because that's so funny to everybody, it kind of leaks over into like sitcoms and stuff. and they talk about like, well, am I a bear? Am I an otter? Am I a giraffe? I don't. But that's the whole thing is like they use animals to describe like the type of gay dude they are.
Interesting.
But I don't mean to misspeak and paint with a broad brush on the LGBT community. Let us know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, if you were a gay animal, which gay animal would you be? I'm not gay animal, but if you were a sexy animal, which sexy animal would you be? And that about wraps it up. We just reviewed Death of a Contact Brewer by the Shmaltz Brewing Company, Black IPA, gave 7% alcohol, gave it a 7.5.
Is that weird? You rated it a 7? Like, cause the whole thing, I didn't even think about it. I would have almost on purpose not rated it a 7 if I had been thinking about it.
That was pure on accident, guys.
Yeah, for legit.
But yeah, maybe they purposely wanted it to be a 7.
Yeah, it was like a subliminal thing.
They're like, oh, we don't want to make the perfect beer. We want to make like more of a 7 beer. That's the most hipster thing you could have done. It's the most hipster thing you could have fucking done.
Fuck you, Shmaltz Brewery.
Fuck you, Shmaltz Brewery. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm in the middle, actually. I'm indecisive.
I couldn't care one way or another. Schmaltz Brewing. I'm above this.
I'm gonna write a letter, actually, but I'm not gonna complete the letter. I'm gonna get halfway. I'm gonna send it to Budweiser too, so you won't even get it. So that's how impartial I am.
No, it just has to be like a really non-committal letter. Like, I am very uncommitted to writing this letter. I don't have very strong feelings about it one way or the other.
7.5. Make sure to check the links down below. We have a link to this brewing company. If you like what you see, subscribe. Tell us what we should review if you want us to review what you want us to review. If we haven't reviewed it already.
Or even if we have, we have big chunks of hiatus where we, it's been a while and we discussed, sometimes we forget what beers we've done ourselves.
So maybe we'll have to go and
revisit some beers.
Do part 2 to see if our palate has changed since then.
The retasting.
The retasting. Is that it?
That's it. Except drink responsibly, guys.
Listening to opinions and fear.